Welcome to my channel. This is JC Rock and Metal Reviews. My name is John. Today I have another anniversary review. The album is called Rio Grande Mud by the band ZZ Top. Album is celebrating 50 years. In this video I'll give a little background on the album. I'll talk about the songs. I'll give my final thoughts and I'll give just some a quick review at the end. So Rio Grande Mud is the second album from ZZ Top. This was the follow-up to ZZ Top's first album, and it was released on April 4th, 1971. So the title Rio Grande Mud is from the river between the United States and Mexico, where the actual real name of the river is called Rio Bravo, but in the US they called it Rio Grande. And the album is a blues rock album. There are a few songs where they sound a little more like hard rock, kind of reminded me of like early Aerosmith, or there was a lot of songs that sounded me more like southern rock or blues rock, more similar to like Leonard Skinner. Now they released one single, the first song called Francine. The song actually had a Spanish version on the B-side, and the album has that classic lineup that hasn't really like changed until recently when we had the death of Dusty Hill last year. So the lineup is Billy Gibbons on guitar and vocals, Dusty Hill on bass and vocals, and Frank Beard on drum. Actually Frank Beard is the only guy without the beard, but you probably knew that already. Anyway, I'll be talking about these songs on the album. So, first song, like I said, Francine. Blues rock song with a hard driving rhythm. Billy Gibbons plays a lot of blues rock riffs. He plays a blues rock solo. Like I said, this was the only single and not a bad song. Next song, Just Got Paid. It's a really good song. Starts with this dirty, groovy, like southern rock riff. It reminds me a lot of like Lynyrd Skynyrd. You can also tell like Aerosmith may have been influenced by some of the riffs on the song. The song also has some like slide guitar during one of the breakdowns. It's like this extended instrumental section in the middle of the song. So at the 3-minute mark, it seems like the song is ending, but it picks up again with like the slide guitar solo in the main rhythm. Then Mushmouth Shoutin. So this one is very different. It's a classic blues song with a sound like many of the original like blues songs from like the 1920s. This has a classic blues rhythm, lots of harmonica playing, and an extended harmonica solo. Then Cocoa Blue, this one picks up the pace with a little more blues rock. Has some cool bass playing by Dusty Hill and the rhythms by Billy Gibbons. We've got a harmonica solo in the middle of the song, and this is a really good song that shows off like Dusty Hill's like bass playing. So I think Dusty stands out in this song. Then Chevrolet. Really smooth blues rock song, obviously about the car. Some cool guitar playing. I really like the main riff on the song. Then Apologies, To Pearly. This is an instrumental, short song, 2 minutes 40 seconds. Billy Gibbons plays a slide guitar on this one, and if you like the blues rock, pretty cool song to check out. Then Barbecue. The song, like the other song, is blues rock. So my impression is that it's a blues rock like jam song, just the guys doing what they love doing. Song has lyrics, but not a whole lot of lyrics, mostly like instrumental, kind of focus on like jamming out to the blues. Then Sure Got Cold After the Rain Fell. So this is the longest song on the album, 7 minutes, 21 seconds. It's a slow blues rock ballad. The song has Billy Gibbons playing a clean guitar tone. Another one that reminds me of like those like Lynyrd Skynyrd ballads. There are a few guitar solos in the middle of the song. The song has lyrics, typical blues, talking about a man whose woman has gone off with someone else. Mostly an instrumental as well, just not a lot of lyrics, and lots of great guitar playing. Then Whiskey and Mama. This is like a harder blues rock song. Kind of sounds a little like classic Deep Purple, but with more of a southern rock feel. The song has lots of bluesy licks and solos. The drumming is pretty good in the song. Final song of the album, Down Brownie. This one has this down and dirty southern rock riffs. Typical blues rock rhythm, and not a bad song to close out the album. So, in conclusion, if you're someone like me, a couple years ago, you only knew ZZ Top from the big hits, from the 80s, definitely check out some of their older albums. They released maybe about 9 or 10 albums throughout the 70s. They have a sound similar to like Lynyrd Skynyrd or, other southern rock bands, at that time. In the 80s, they kind of got a lot more like commercial, but this is just southern, like blues rock. And decent album. maybe not their best album. I think the one after this, Tres Hombres, is a little better, but I think it's a good one. Definitely recommend check it out. Check it out with their other albums. You know, ZZ Top's first album, Tres Hombres, Fandango, and there were a lot more. So anyway, more anniversary reviews coming. The Cult, Whitesnake, The Clash, and Judas Priest. Please remember, like, comment, subscribe, check out some of the other videos, and I'll see you in the next one.